The company I work for is situated in one of the industrial estates in Ang Mo Kio. Usually by 6 p.m, most of the other offices around the area would close for the day, and the place can get very quiet. I was rushing for a deadline, so I stayed back to finish up my prep for an event the following day. My office space is moderate in size, with an open cubicle concept where each desk is divided by an old-fashioned partition that provides some form of privacy to the employees. My desk was situated somewhere in the middle of the office, and a few cubicles down was the accountant's desk. Lily was a type of slightly beyond middle-aged woman who types with one finger. And the clicks of a keyboard is very distinct. Lily is also known to live punctually on the dot. So I was a bit surprised when I heard the clicking sound on her keyboard coming from her cubicle. I thought to myself, okay lah, maybe she also got things to do, and she probably came back into the office without me noticing. I called out to her, Lily, working late today? But there was no reply. I called out to her again, louder this time. Lily! Lily! Thinking that maybe she didn't hear me the first time. Then the clicking sound stopped. I stood up, looked over the partition from my cubicle, but from where I was standing, there was no way to see who was in Lily's cubicle if the person was seated. So I walked over to see. There was nobody at her desk. Her computer was turned off and everything looked tidy. I walked back to my cubicle and rationalized with myself that it's probably my imagination. Then I heard the noises again. This time, it was the sound of paper shuffling and the sound of ring binder file opening and closing. The sound is very distinct, sharp and piercing. This time, I didn't go over. I just hunkered down behind my table and contemplated if I should just leave the office. But I think not finishing my work will have more terrible consequences than being in the same room with whatever this was. Then the sound moved out of the cubicle to where the metal cupboard was. This was where Lily usually placed her documents. There were loud thuds coming from within it. And because it was a quiet office, the sound reverberated through the entire place. From where I was, I could see the cupboard, and there was no one. Maybe it's just a lizard, I thought to myself. A giant lizard walked across the keyboard, back and forth, turned the pages, opened the file, and now it has leapt to the cupboard. And just then, the notice board that hung on the wall beside the cupboard fell with a loud sound. Whoever did that, I'm sure it wasn't a lizard. Maybe this was a sign that I shouldn't be here at all. So before I left, I took photo of the cubicle and the fallen notice board. And for me, this is just to be able to verify my experience if the next day I come back and everything is okay. And no one believed what I had encountered. So yeah, running outside of this warehouse type building is also scary because it's very dark and it's all this spiral staircase down, spiral car park all the way down. I did not take the lift because it was scary. And this other incident that happened in this place that I thought to myself, could this be connected or not? Because a few weeks before this particular incident, my phone Siri just activated itself and called me Marcus. Why this is strange for me is, even though my Marcus is my birth name, I've only been using Mark in all my social interactions. There's no Marcus in my phone. So, was this a Siri coincidental glitch or a spirit in my phone trying to make contact? I really don't feel good. You're getting a...
Is anyone here? What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.